What's going on? All right, I'm finally gonna get down to the review of the Scag Liberty Z zero turn. I kind of wanted to use it a little bit. Got like 8.9 hours on it, so I kind of, I didn't want to do a review after like 3 or 4 hours. Not saying that 8 is a lot, but at least I got some experience working with it a little bit. All right, I'm gonna tell you the pros and the cons of this mower, and I'm going to kind of compare it to the Bobcat CRZ because I think that's kind of still one of the best bangs for your bucks. I mean, it's a real great, you know, zero turn for that price point, under 4,000, around 4,000, 41, whatever. All right, first off, we'll start with the engine because that's going to be the kind of, the Bobcat had the Cowie, this has the Kohler. I haven't had any issues with it at all. I am going to say, though, it doesn't run as smooth as the Kawasaki. As soon as you shut this mower down, it kind of does a little clang, clang, cluck type of sound to it. But nothing really that's going to, affect performance or anything. Just something, like that, more of a sound thing. When the Cowies go down, they just real nice and smooth. They shut off. But yeah, I'll tell you one thing though about the Kohler. This motor will start without the choke a lot more than the Cowie. I mean, that Cowie, you could run it for 2 hours, let it sit for 5 minutes, and you got to use the choke. With this mower, you run it for a couple minutes, you let it sit, and you turn the key and it'll start. So, and this doesn't have the auto choke. This engine uses your 24 horsepower Kohler 7000. Here's the choke. Right here, excuse me. Right there. PTO, hour meter. It's blinking. Key and throttle there. Now getting kind of to where, kind of comparing the two. All right, deck lift system. I like, well, what's going on here? Oh, I like the Bobcats better. It has a kind of a auto, it's just easier to use. It has like an auto height mode to it where, you just press down and you pull this throttle, this little mechanism up. I guess you can call it, like, it's something like this, but not as thick. You just pull it up and it locks it into transport mode. With this, I actually had to take this off because this little pin here, right here, and of course I can't think of the name of what the hell they're called right now, but this supposed to stick in that hole right there. But you don't really need it. It's not going to come out. But when you first get it, this is stuck in here, and I guess they expect you to, every time you want to raise the deck, get off your mower, pull this. God, I can't think of the name of these things. Well, you come to expect that from me. I just forget. But yeah, they expect you to pull this out, get off your mower, and pull it out of here, and then put it where you want, and then put it back. I just stuck it on this little key ring here. But got metal guards here, just like the Bobcat. The deck system, it's not bad. I just like the Bobcats a little bit better. Seat, it's a real nice high back seat. You really got that, now I don't know if this is 18 inches. A lot of them are in that 18-inch range. I could tell you it gives you a little bit more support. Is it as comfortable as the Bobcats? No, not really. But, you call that a wash because, I mean, it is a real nice seat. It's just not as comfortable for your buttocks, your backside, your rear, than the Bobcat. So this thing is really, really strange. Now, if you look at this, it's raised here, then it drops. I like to mow a lot of times with my knees up, and I'm only 5'10", so when you sit down here with your knees up, I mean, your knees are pretty much touching these lap bars. I mean, if you're like 6 foot or taller, and this probably isn't the mower for you, because I don't know why this is raised here. It's a horrible idea. I have no idea. Maybe they might have made this mower for women that are like 5'2", and they might, you know, I mean, I have no idea. It should be this down here, or at least half of this. It's just, you know, when you sit, your knees are touching the bars. You know, because I don't like to really mow stretched out. I do sometimes, but I usually mow with my knees up. But yeah, just very weird. Yeah, what else? I mean, the deck on this is great. As you see, it's really thick. I think it's 4.5 inches. It might even be 5. I don't know. I got to check the specs. But it does stripe better. I'd say the cut quality is about the same as the Bobcat. The Bobcat throws more air out the sides because the opening is bigger. So with leaves, the Bobcats, you know, it's really not much of a difference. You know, it's not a conclusive, you know, difference with, you know, airflow out of here. This size is fine. The tires I like a lot better. I mean, they're probably, it really has nothing to do with the tires. The big thing with this, with the Bobcat, is that mower would really tear up the grass. I mean, I'm not even talking about, you know, doing your 3/4 turns, or, you know, doing your stride. I'm talking about if you make a turn just a little too sharp or going a little bit too fast. I'm talking about, you know, just normal, not even flying, going slow. I mean, it would just tear the grass up. I think a lot of its weight is really on those back wheels with this mower. You know, it's kind of like the Hustler Raptor, where I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's not going to tear the grass up. Now, this will tear it up. You got. I mean, I'm not saying it won't tear grass up, but not as bad as the Bobcat CRZ with your normal stuff. What's great about it is it's really compact. It's really small. It can fit in anywhere. I mean, what's great is I can get right up to wherever I got to go with this mower. You know, I mean, I think it's even, I know the Hustler Raptor, I believe, is 72 inches in length. I really should have looked on this, but it's probably just about the same as that Hustler Raptor. So, I mean, it's a real nice compact mower. You know, and here's something that a lot of people, you know, they got this, you know, fuel right there. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, we'll get back to that. But right here is awesome. You got your hands. I mean, it's so easy to get into stuff here. That's what I really, when I first saw this mower, that's what I really liked. Oh, real quick. These fans are impossible to get clean. Horrible, horrible setup here. You can blow this as hard as you can. These little vents stop the air from going through. So if there's grass in there, like there kind of is now, it is a pain in the neck to get that grass off those fans. It is a pain in the absolute neck. I couldn't believe it, man. I was determined to get that shit out of there. And I mean, it was such a pain in the neck. But yeah, so you got your hydro fluid here, really easy to get to. With the Bobcat, it was in a horrible, horrible position. Horrible upon horrible position. Here, real simple. You know, you got your oh my God, I can't think of anything right now. This is your fuel filter. Yeah. Right here's, you check your oil. So real easy. I mean, to get to your oil filter. I mean, God, look at this. Bam. I can turn. It's just so easy to work on, and you know, that's what I really liked about it. So whatever maintenance I got to do on this, it's going to be such a breeze. I mean, they all are a breeze, but sometimes you got to get into hard spots with it, and you end up getting pissed off. And you know, this is just, I mean, you got your dipstick here in an easy spot, fuel filter, your actual oil filter, so easy. You know, you got your hydro fluid there. These fans suck. Yeah. Besides that, you know, and this is what I've come to realize about this mower compared to the Bobcat. Hope this doesn't run out. You know, this is kind of like a BMW compared to a Toyota Camry. or maybe even like, I was gonna say a truck, but that's too much of a variance. This is just really smooth. The thing with the Bobcat too, I go backwards a lot when I mow. I go backwards more than always go backwards. And whenever you go backwards in that thing, it was just the hydros were. I don't know kind of what was going on with it. It just was very unsmooth. This is very smooth. And I want to say one thing, man. After using that Hustler Raptor, I used it like for the last week and a half because I just had to bag a lot of stuff. And you really take for granted really how smooth that mower is. Now, if that SD is as smooth as that really Raptor, it's slow. It doesn't cut really that well. But let me tell you, it's so smooth, that Raptor. And, a couple of these mowers, even down at GIE that I drove, that's a real nice feature, but but compared to this is really smooth. When you turn the blades on, this deck does not shake at all. The Bobcat would kind of shake and rattle and roll. This, boom, nothing. This thing won't even move. Just real smooth. That's all I can say. It's a little bit faster than the Bobcat. Just the steering is better. But, a lot of people are going to ask me, what's the better deal? With this, it's kind of like I said, a BMW is like, you kind of, with that Bobcat, you don't have no fear at all. You will go through anything. You will, I've done, when you do some of these rogue jogs, you're like, oh man, I don't want to use this mower for that. This is going to destroy it. Oh, I have to do my blades over, blah, blah, blah. With that Bobcat, man, there's nothing that thing won't tackle. With this, it's kind of more of a, oh man, I don't know, because it's the quality of the toughness of the mower is not as good as the Bobcat. But what one would I rather have? And I still say it, this is the mower that I would rather have. The better buy is probably the Bobcat. Now, because you got to remember, this is a couple $100 more, $300, $400, $500, $600 more. With the Cowie, I have no idea how much more. The 48 with this is $42.99, so it's like $300 more. I think the Bobcat is $39.99, and now the Bobcat 48 is getting that 21 horsepower engine. So it's hard to say this is a better. What's going on, guys? All right, sorry about that. My camera died. So back at the homestead. Yeah, so it's a little bit more refined, and for the price point, like I said, it's a $300 to $400 difference, and you can get money off from your dealer. You got a wheel and deal. The price comparisons I was giving you was with the 48. With the 52, it might be closer to $400, and with the Cowie that's coming out, I'm sure they're gonna jump the price a little bit if you want that engine. So, you gotta see if it's worth it. But this is a little bit more refined mower. It's got the Agora blade engagement that is just so smooth. I mean, like I said, no shaking of the deck at all. Just a smooth stops. As soon as you shut the PTO down, I mean, the blades literally stop on a dime. It's got, it's got a fuel gauge, like I said. So that's pretty cool. It's really something that costs $20 to probably put on a mower could make such a huge difference. Just, it's so convenient. The convenience of this is amazing, and it works awesome. I know some people said they don't really work that good. I know the one on the Ferris I heard isn't that great. This thing works like a champ. So yeah, so you have to, and with the Kohler too, like I was saying, when I shut it off, it kind of does that shake, rattle, and roll. It's a new engine, and it doesn't happen all the time. But I don't want all the Kohler people. Oh, mine, when I shut mine off, it stops on a dime, nice and smooth. And I'm sure this probably is gonna too. I'm just giving you my opinions on everything that's going on with it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's like I said, it's a little bit more refined mower than a Bobcat. And holding the hills, the low center of gravity is huge. I mowed this one lawn. It's probably like on I don't know. It's on like a slope, and I would never ever attempt to do it with the Bobcat. I could do it with the Hustler, and it's you know, a little shady. But with this, I mean, it does it awesome. Just really sticks. These tires are awesome. And I think the Bobcat might have bigger tires on the back, but you know, on the Bobcat they just look so huge because of the way that they're attached to the frame and everything. On this mower, they don't really look as big, but like I said, it's probably more of just the way they're set on the mower. But yeah, so I'm beat. That's why you hear me kind of going down here. But a nice mower, and I would get this one at the same. I would pay the extra money to get this one. Now again, it's not the better buy. The better buy, definitely the Bobcat. But you got to see if it's worth it, and we got to test ride them. You know, you can hear me talking about them, and that's all nice and sweet. But and if you see this already, see, I don't like that. I can see this all getting all scraped up, chipped up. I don't even know how the heck that happened already. But you see already with this mower, I'm kind of like nitpicking everything. It's because you know, it's my baby. With the Bobcat, it was a rough, rugged type of mower, man. It can, you know. All right. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and with the Bobcat, the chute flap here is so much better on it. And with this, I got a piece of wood holding it up. With the Bobcat, it stays up, stays down, any way you want. You know, just that's another plus for the Bobcat. But yeah, that's about it, man. I like the engine guard a little bit better on this one. But and it has this nice little plate on the bottom. But both, you can't go wrong with either one. This one's easier to maintain, except for the oil changes. This doesn't have that awesome tube attached, the oil drain tube. So I'm sure this is going to be a project down here, just like it is with the Hustler Raptor, doing these oil changes. But everything is so, I mean, easy to get into. I mean, this is, ain't gonna need any tool, any, you know, wrench, filter wrench to take that off or anything. Batteries in a nice spot here. And this is just a huge motor too. I mean, so much bigger than the Kawasaki. It just takes up so much more space. So if you get it with the Cowie, it's probably going to be a couple pounds lighter also, because this is just a monster of an engine. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. That's pretty much it, guys. You can't go wrong with both. I love this mower. If you want a nice, quick, compact mower that cuts real nice, that is smooth, you know, you want some of the creature comforts at this price, you know, like the Ogura blade engagement. You want a, you know, a fuel gauge. You know, I like the brake system a lot better on this than I do on the Bobcat. It's another thing. I'm trying to get everything in here. You know, this panel's pretty cool. I like this. I mean, I'm just really trying to... Alright, that's about it. I just didn't want to forget anything. If you want a real nice mower at a good price point that, you know, is quick and, again, has those features and, you know, 5-year, 750-hour warranty. Both have great warranties. Great warranties. Again, if you're going to do it commercially, you know, you pretty much have no warranty. Commercial, but you know, there's ways around that, I'm sure. Yeah, so that's it. Any quick little comments or questions, let me know. I know this was kind of long, but I kind of wanted to get everything in. I'm sure I've repeated myself 50 times, but you guys come to expect that from me by now. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one.